You see, the police academy has offered to train your citizens to better protect yourselves. You'll be trendsetters.
Do we get to pack heat?
In this movie, we do the citizens on patrol. This time we teach the citizens how to police themselves.
Yeah.
And this time we're all sort of involved with Mahoney taking care of these two kids that get into trouble with skateboards. Because we were such troublemakers in the beginning of the film.
They all knew each other, they knew their strengths and weaknesses, and what you had to do was kind of guide them to not only give you what was on the page, but perhaps in an inspired way to come up with something new. And so what I tried to do was just be open to anything they might do. And Bobcat Goldthwait was very good at improv. And most of these have had, even though people like Bubba came out of a football background, many of them have studied improvisational acting. So all you really had to do was steer them in the right direction, and they would add on top of that little extra bits that if you kept the camera rolling long enough, you might be the recipient of something extra. The same with Steve. Steve, it's very difficult to be, as we call it, the Mary Tyler Moore character, the one who's always the straight arrow and the guy who's there, and he would find humorous moments that were not in keeping with what was just purely written for the scenes. He would actually find moments, usually with looks and things, that would help in adding to the comedy.
Yeah, it was football field. We shot that down in the Orange Bowl. And I remember Stanford was playing, well, I can't remember who they were playing. And I remember Stanford was playing because their band came out at halftime and just, you know, they did the Stanford band thing, which is running willy-nilly all over the field. But I was very, very excited by the prospect of playing this because we had, I think, 80,000 people in this football stadium. And they gave us like a 3 or 4 minute window. And Jim Drake had set up cameras everywhere. There were like 8 cameras on every angle because we had one shot at it. And then once that was over, the game was going to start and we're moving on. And action, the thing lifted up, and I'm in my glory, and I stand up and I'm looking out at the 80,000 fans, and they're screaming at me, "Get off the field! Come on! We got kickoff!" And it was just kind of a rude awakening, actually. It hurt my feelings.
In the scene where they put the dreadlocks on, Bubba does, and it's one, and Bubba did not, he said, "Well, I don't understand what's here because it says he just chants."
I really wanted to get something because we were shooting it the next night. And we came up with that yama, 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 yama. Yama, 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 yama.
Hey, don't let his voodoo mumbo jumbo scare you.
It actually got a big laugh, even though he didn't know what he was doing, and in essence, it wasn't written. So it's something we discovered there while we were out in the set. And of course, David Spade, you know, they could all add their own little sidelines there because they were having a wonderful time, and just everybody was interacting as well as they were.
This time Jones gets to fight 9 ninjas.
This is better than all the ones that he did.
Before.
It's just kind of a set piece where they come on, and it allows us to do this kind of swashbuckling finale for Winslow.
It's a replica of a fighting ship from 1789.
Is that what that was?
Yes, it's a replica of a fighting ship called the Rattlesnake.
It was a little boat, I hear.
It's
It's
a family built it. A father, his mother, father and
sons,
and his wife,
son-in-law, and it took them 3 years to build it. Actually.
Yes.
And they fought on it.
And they let us.
And it took us one day to destroy it. That's right. What it did.
Don't want that, you must stop.
Arnie? I dive in the water, and I have to search for this little tiny box in the middle of this humongous pool. I find it, I get on the box, I stand up, and I say, "Now, who's gonna save me?" Oh, yeah! When those guys dove in the water, I was hysterical, and I had to swim. You know when you're laughing so hard you can't get your breath?
Hey, this sucker's not loaded.
Oh, Billie Burr was wonderful because she was truly the little old lady from Pasadena and made what we wanted out of this.
She's a woman of late years. She's Billie's somewhere between 70 and a million.
How about letting me squeeze off a few rounds of that baby?
So they made her my new partner. And she likes guns just like Tackleberry does. She's just like an elderly Tackleberry.
Kick.
She's great.
Damn, that was fun.
Come on! Come on! Drop the parachute! Drop the around! Come on! Drop the parachute! Come on! If he doesn't want to do it, don't force it.
We have a big ending with airplanes and hot air balloons. And I got to spend several weeks going up in old World War I airplanes and going up in hot air balloons in this beautiful autumn countryside in Canada. I'm afraid of heights, but I got over it because these guys were so great.
One of the balloons had Captain Harris, G.W. Bailey, and myself in it, and we were chasing another hot air balloon. We had to get into a balloon gondola, and then they needed to tether the gondola onto a helicopter for the shot. And they were going to lift the gondola up, and then we had things shooting very close at us. There was a camera in the gondola shooting our POV.
Clarence, you're really going to go up, huh?
That's what they tell me, Wake. You know, I don't know. You know, I'm an actor, man.
We got in the gondola, and then they had to bring the helicopter over and lower it down on us, hovering over us while they tethered it up. So I'm in there with a stunt guy, you know, and he was fantastic. He just whispering the whole time, I'm scared, I'm scared. And I tried to comfort him, and you know, they're big babies, all of them.
This is Captain Harris! You are under arrest! No, no, not yet!
Oh, you're right. I should give him a warning shot first.
The first day I ever met GW, we were shooting a scene that the balloon had come down in the river.
It looks like we're coming down in the river, sir.
It won't matter because you're going to be dead!
I'd never met the man before. Hi, this is G.W. Bailey, this is Lance Kinsey, and we shook hands, and immediately they threw us in this ice-cold river together.
We were thrown literally into some cold, icy water north of Toronto, and that's where I met him, freezing our begunguses off in that water.
You know, that is a bonding experience. And we became, well, we put up with each other.
I'm very proud to say he's been one of my closest friends ever since.